you go. It's going.
Mayo.
Hey.
Mayo.
Jeez.
Hammer.
Can you see yourself in the picture? Good dancing.
See? La la la. La 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 la. Bang bang. Oh boy.
What up, farm? So, as you will have seen in that time-lapse video, we're taking the crop dividers off the nitro because I think the in-crop spraying's done. Anyway, we've got to take it off to do some pre-season on the windrower front. But all those three came off easily. This one is giving me some grief. It is very, very tight. Don't know if you remember back to when we got bogged. We had to pull off this, but I don't think that would have caused anything to bend or anything. But I don't know. It's just very, 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 very tight. That pin is just not moving at all. So I'm kind of not sure what to do. Anyway, I'll keep trying. Well, did end up getting it out. Had to cut the tabs off and hit it all the way through. Made it in the end. These are built with quite fine tolerances, which is really nice. It's quite satisfying, but I let them get rusty when I wasn't using the crop dividers. The pins on the crop dividers and the adapters on the machine. And then that made it very hard. It's really easy to belt a pin in. It's not very easy to belt a pin out. Anyway, that's alright. Next year probably won't be any different. Maybe I'll learn. We'll see. Alright, so it is the next day. Alex and I went and did some spray topping this morning. Couple of paddocks, one really bad paddock. I went and had some lunch and then came back out to do a couple more paddocks. Was on the first lap of the first paddock after lunch, and you can't see that, but the boom's broken. It's just coming around this patch of trees near the sheep yards at Christie's, which has a little fence around it to stop the sheep eating the trees. Snagged right out here on the end of the boom, just on a bit of cyclone. And when it pulled the boom back, I thought it was just the breakaway, the hydraulic breakaway on the fold. But when I straightened it back out with the fold button, it didn't straighten out, and there is a lump in there. Back in behind there, it's actually creased and broken, and don't know if I can show you or if it'll show up, but yeah, she's pretty bent. This has all moved around a bit, and thinking about it now, probably the boom is a bit rusty in there, and that might be why it has broken so easily. But it's obviously a weak point because on the other side it's been welded up before as well. So anyway, these things happen, especially when you're running old machinery. I'm going to try my best to fix it myself. Just got to pull all this stuff off and start fixing. Well, got everything stripped off, and she's certainly pretty thin and rusty behind that piece, which makes me worry for pieces like this. Wonder what it's like behind there. Wonder what it's like behind this one, so on and so forth. Anyway, there's a fair lump there, as you can see. It changes angle fairly well. I think if I can get it hot enough, sit it down on that drum, it might just pop back. I hope. Might be worth a shot, might just be wasting my time. Wait and see, I guess. Well, that would have happened in incredibly fast time, that last little bit. But what I did was brought the ute around with the winch on the front of it and hooked it on after I heated it up a bit, and it pulled it back pretty straight actually. I was really quite impressed by it. Because I'm pretty close, it's got a nice angle down. The only thing that's worrying me is it just jumped across this drum a little bit, so I'll just have to watch that. But planning now to heat up a bit more all around, all over it, this top, bottom, back, front not so much, and then have another go. Just keep going till I can see if I can get anywhere really. Well, we heated and we hit and we winched, and we've got the buggy over there as an anchor so that we could pull against it, and at the moment it seems like it's straightened out. Don't know what it will be like when we take the pressure off of it, but at the moment it looks alright. Just coming over this side now to have a look at how it was repaired when it broke last time. This was before I owned it. Just looks like a piece of RHS that's been cut in half and welded on there. Anyway, do the same on the other side, and hopefully it fixes it.
All at once in a dream, we are together. You could call it a vision or a tether. All at once I can see it, put back together. You could call it a vision. You could call it a vision. You could call it a vision.
Alright, I dragged the welder out here. I've got my brace pieces. One's down there in the shade. One is over here. I've got a tiny little piece to weld in this side. It's all happening. The winch is holding this way. That winch is holding that way. It's sitting on the drum, which it has actually started to crush. There must be a bit of pressure down on that. I spoke to the Coast View Cowboy, or Dad spoke to the Coast View Cowboy yesterday. He said that his nitro had done the same thing, one on each side, same as this. So just must be a weak point. Anyway, let's start welding. Right, that looks a fair bit better. Fairly warm. Time for the brace, wherever it is, just down there. Alright, there is one side done. It's better looking on the top side than it is the bottom. You're a bit snotty down there. Anyway, hopefully it'll hold. It seems to be welding okay. I'm on a bit of a dodgy power supply from the bore over to the shed, to the house, back to this power pole here. And it's not as good as back at the shed, I think. I can't figure out why it's not welding properly, but anyway, it's sticking on there. Also, by no means is this a how-to video. It's just showing you what I'm doing. I'm just a wannabe welder. I like to have a go at things myself, and this is something I'm having a go at. Nice little coat of black paint. You barely even know that it's been broken. I will be keeping a close eye on it though. Alright, it is all back together and looking good. I still haven't taken the drum out, which is a worry. Hopefully it still holds together once the pressure's on it. Alright, we got it all folded up. I did have 2 paddocks to spray still, but it's getting a bit hot at the moment. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll get it done before the rain. But anyway, right now we're on our way into town. We've got a Birchup Cropping Group Young Farmer gathering in Canova. Is that a shadow or is my face dirty? I don't know. So I'm heading to that, and then after that we've got a fire brigade meeting. So I will see you tomorrow. Alright, we are back in the paddock again. I forgot to turn this tap on. There we go. That's the recirculation. With this right spot system, I can turn off every nozzle, and what's happening is there's product coming from the tank to the pump, down the spray line, along the line, and then it goes right out to the end, and then it comes back along this pipe and back into up that red hose into the top of the tank. So it's just recirculating around, and it's just a better way of doing things. Yeah, works really good actually. I really like it. It's really good for cleaning out. But we're back in the paddock. We got folded out, no issues. It all seems pretty good in the repair zone. which is what I like to see. I would have been pretty disappointed if it didn't look good. What we're spraying on here is gramoxone or paraquat. This is at a late stage in this pasture life. What it does is it just gets on the seeds and it effectively nukes the seed. It stops it from being viable. The seed will still be there, it just won't grow next year. Paraquat works as a contact spray, so anything it touches it burns. It's been nearly 2 days since I was here, and you might not be able to see it, but it was sprayed over there and not sprayed over here, and you can already see the line. So it works pretty quick. Well, our fix seems to be holding. We've done one paddock, this is the second paddock, and it all seems to be looking good, which is good news.